Idaho can't seem to separate itself from the San Jose State women's volleyball saga, now with Gem State lawmakers stepping onto the controversy carousel. Today, all 4 members of our congressional delegation joined 9 other senators and representatives by signing on to a letter sent to the Mountain West Conference. Citing serious safety concerns, Title IX, and fair competition, they want the conference to update their athlete guidelines to keep transgender females from competing on women's teams. They say the Mountain West Conference is failing to create an environment that allows women to compete without fearing for their safety. The 13 who signed on are all from states who have schools that have forfeited against San Jose State this season. That would be Nevada, Wyoming, Idaho, and Utah. They allege the Spartans have a transgender athlete on the women's volleyball team, yet nothing has been confirmed by either San Jose State or the Mountain West Conference. The letter cites the NAIA, who has banned transgender women in sports, and ends with, clearly the Mountain West Conference has dropped the ball. Life isn't fair, but sports should be. However, a letter to the Mountain West might be a bit misguided. Yes, several D.C. lawmakers have already sent a letter to the NCAA, but until they do something, there's really not much the membership schools can do. The NCAA is a club, and universities choose to join it as club members. And if they do, as a member, they have to follow all the rules. So it just kind of goes top down. The transgender policy followed by the Mountain West was adopted by the NCAA many years ago and updated 2 years ago. And that policy now defers to the national governing body of each sport when it comes to eligibility. In this case, they follow the USA volleyball policy, which bases qualifications on testosterone levels and frequent testing of that. There's a more conservative approach, this one is, by the NCAA, which previously allowed transgender athletes to play in any sport. So we will see what another strongly worded letter might do, and that might explain the lawsuits to get the courts involved. Speaking of which, we mentioned the lawsuit last week filed by a dozen former and current Mountain West players and coaches, including 2 Boise State players and a Wyoming player from the Treasure Valley. In that lawsuit, the San Jose State assistant coach claimed there was a secret meeting between the San Jose State player at the center of this controversy and a Colorado State player the night before their match in October. The coach claimed a game plan was exchanged between the 2 players with the intent to hurt the other San Jose State player who outed the alleged transgender player. Well, the Mountain West just concluded that investigation into that allegation, and they told us today there's insufficient evidence to back up these claims of collusion between players, so no one will be disciplined, and the matter is now closed. Boise State was supposed to play San Jose State in Boise on November 21st, but the team has already forfeited that match. As for what awaits teams at the conference tournament next week in Las Vegas, we'll just have to wait and see.